Hi, Zach. When did you first start feeling something in your arm, and did you automatically think it was something that could potentially lead to surgery?
It was a few hours after I had thrown that bullpen. I forgot the day. Not during it, but afterwards. Just was feeling stiff. But yeah, no. To answer your question, no, I didn't think it was going to be anything serious. I mean, it's really not that serious in the scheme of things, but it needs to be taken care of.
How frustrating is it for you to know that you're not going to be able to be out there on opening day and you're going to take some time to heal and get back?
Yeah, it's disappointing. I came in, obviously had lost a lot of weight from, COVID that I had during the off season. So I was a little bit behind anyway. And so, adding this to that, it's been a pretty frustrating couple of weeks, but it's going to get taken care of and I'll be able to pitch this year and help the team. And so that's the most important thing.
Thanks. Best of luck with the surgery.
Thank you.
Marley Rivera, please unmute. You have the next question.
Hi, Zach. Would you be so kind to walk us through the timeline, how everything happened and the decision to get surgery? Because we know a lot of these bone chips tend to be about symptoms, like, what kind of symptoms you have and how you decided to go ahead with it.
Yeah, obviously, I called Mike Shuck after I wasn't feeling great. Just trying to pick his brain on some things that I could do. He thought it was to be, since I was dealing with the setback already from the weight loss with COVID, go ahead and get it checked out by the doc. And we did some imaging. Ligaments and tendons look great in the elbow, but it definitely showed that the CT scan showed that I had a bone chip in the elbow that, could I rehab through it and possibly come back and, it wouldn't impact me. There was a chance, but we like the chances better of me coming back this season and pitching at a high level if I just got it removed now. If this was during the season, I'm not sure surgery would be the decision, but due to the fact that it's spring training, through all the advice from, multiple doctors, it seems like this is the smartest thing to do if I want to pitch at a high level this year for the team.
And Zach, you have been a very healthy and reliable reliever throughout your career. Besides, when you blew your Achilles, what is this like? You've always taken a lot of pride in taking them out.
Yeah, I mean, a long time ago, like Scott Boras told me the best attribute of a player is durability, right? So being able to be out on the field doesn't matter how much talent you have, but if you can't make it on the field, then you're not helping your team. So it's disappointing that I'm not going to be there to start the year, but like I said, this is the best way for me to get with the guys this season and pitch at a high level and make a big impact. I'm still planning on making a good amount of appearances for the club and making a big impact.
We go next to Christy Ackert.
Hey, Zach. These are usually something like pitchers have taken care of in the off season. We never hear about them, if they had them or not. Have you ever had one before? Have you ever had this procedure?
No, I've had nothing, with the elbow. Like I said, the ligaments and tendons are in good shape. This is just a bone chip, but no, there was no signs that I had this, when I signed here, through my physical. This is something that's recent, probably just after that last bullpen I threw. Okay. So no signs, of this at any point in my career.
Okay. Also, you were pretty vocal about Domingo Germán coming back to the team. You voiced your opinion, and we haven't talked to you since he spoke to you and the team. How has that kind of evolved for you?
I think I said what needed to be said about Domingo, those last couple of weeks, and I'm going to leave it at that. I think, things have happened behind the scenes that needed to happen to take care of it. But as far as my comments on that situation, I said what I needed to say about that. And I think anything further about that situation should be answered by Domingo.
Thank you.
We can go next to Pete Caldera.
Zach, when exactly were you diagnosed with COVID, and really how much did it impact not only your health at the time, but setting back your off-season workout schedule?
Yeah. So sometime in January, I got it and, wiped me out pretty good for about 10 days, lost about 18 pounds, which is, could be good, I guess. Right. But I wasn't looking to lose 18 pounds and, it happened quickly. So that's not good on your body. And puts pressure, in a lot of places. So we were smart about, coming into spring and what I was going to do. And I thought we were on a really good program. I was feeling great. But it cost me about 3 or 4 weeks, honestly, of throwing in the off season. So just a gradual build up is what we were doing, and things were going well up until, after that last bullpen.
Thanks.
Lindsay Adler, please unmute.
Hey, Zach, that was sort of my question, but I'm just curious, like, what was going through that experience like? Were you surprised that, given your age, given your health, that it hit you so hard, and sort of how did that, affect how you saw the season coming into spring, if it did at all?
COVID, were you talking about? Sorry, I think you broke up
Yeah.
for a second. Okay.
Yeah, COVID, sorry.
Yeah, I was surprised, I think I got it at the hospital when we were having our kids, so it was even worse. So yeah, I was not expecting to get hit that hard by COVID. It wiped me out pretty good. The weight loss was surprising, and just the after effects that I've been dealing with. It showed me how serious this can be, even for somebody that's, healthy, and how that can impact you, months, even after you've kind of gotten over the roughest symptoms. But like I said, we were doing a good job here. We have, I have great access to doctors, so, I'm very fortunate.
We can go next to Sweeney Murdy. Sweeney, please unmute.
Zach, as the team tries to fill your spot for a little while, who are some of the guys that have stood out to you over these first couple of weeks here that, maybe you'll get a chance here to make an impact?
Unfortunately, we don't get to watch the games in person because of the COVID protocols, and we've been at separate sites. But just from last year, going off a couple of guys that I know are doing well right now. Michael King is obviously an intriguing guy. I'm not sure if he's going to be a starter or not, but Nick Nelson, to me, I think this guy's got a chance to really impact our bullpen. And there's a few other guys that I've seen, some veteran players that have maybe been injured over the last couple of years that are getting an opportunity with us. And I think that's what it is. I think somebody's going to get an opportunity now that wouldn't have, get an opportunity to pitch some important innings for us, and hopefully they run with it. I'm hopeful that whoever steps into my role is going to do a great job, and I can concentrate on getting back, to the level I want to be back, whenever that is with the team. So it's going to be a great opportunity for somebody. Somebody had to get hurt for me to get my first major league opportunity. It's not how you want it, but it's the reality of it. And I hope that person, takes off with the job and does a great thing and helps our team.
And I know this isn't the ideal situation, but we've talked to everybody a lot this year about the idea of ramping back up from the 60 game to 162. Is there a silver lining to not having innings on your arm this early in the season and be fresher for the end? Again, I know it's not the ideal circumstance, but do you see that as any sort of positive down the road?
Yeah, I think you try to look at the positives in this situation. I don't know if anybody was going to throw a full 162 season workload as a reliever, just because of the games that we threw last year. But I think I'm going to be in a good spot when I come back. I'm just excited that I will have the opportunity to pitch for the club this year and make a big impact. So whatever that is, I was preparing to throw 70 games this year when I came in, understanding that probably wasn't going to be the reality. But, through the build-up process, I'll be prepared to throw as many innings as I need to. And whatever they ask me, basically, I'll be ready to do that when I come back.
Thank you, and good luck, Zach.
Thank you.
We can go next to Andy Martino.
Hey, Zach, similar to sort of Lindsay's question, but as an athlete, like an elite professional athlete, just wondering what it's been like for you since recovering from COVID and trying to do your normal workouts and whatever else that you're used to doing this time of year. Has it been that much harder? There's a lot of talk about how young, healthy people can just have a hard time working out and having stamina for a long time after COVID. So as ball players get it, that might be kind of a hidden effect long-term for you guys. I'm wondering what that's been like for you.
Yeah, recently it's been fine. Obviously, there was a period of time, right after I got it, that it was difficult to work out. I was losing some stamina. I was out of breath quite a bit. Was able to see a couple of doctors who said everything was all right through, all the testing that the Yankees set up. So I felt confident, that I was going to be fine. It's just, I needed to regain some weight and some strength and all the other things that I kind of lost through that 3 or 4 week period. But recently I'd started to feel a lot more like myself. And, it just took a while. So like I said, COVID hit me pretty good. It just goes to show that, everyone's, going to react a little bit differently, just like anything. But, for me, my body wasn't a big fan of getting it, and it's been taking me a while, and the weight still hasn't come all the way back. So, we're a few months out and I'm still, fighting my way back from it.
When you do your cardio workouts and stuff, you don't find yourself getting winded early or anything like that at this
Not
point?
anymore, no. We were really smart with me coming to spring training early on, being very smart about what we were doing. And I think that was the right move. And so with the cardio and the stamina from pitching and stuff, I had actually been feeling really good.
Thank you.
We'll take a few more. Eric Bolin, please unmute.
Hi, Zach. What is your understanding of the timeline for your return after the surgery in terms of picking up a ball and then, getting built up, et cetera?
Yeah, I know it's going to be a few weeks to let the incision heal, let everything calm down, the range of motion, things like that. And then it's just, start building myself back up to get off the mound, get some innings in and then rejoin the team. So however long that takes is how long I'm going to be out. But like I said, I know that I'm going to be back with the team at some point this year and pitch significant innings. So that's all that matters. I just got to be smart with making sure that I'm fully prepared for whenever that day is.
We can go next to Dave Lennon.
Hey, Zach, after actually getting COVID, I was wondering if it kind of changed your viewpoint about it, or you tried to impress on your teammates how important it was to be careful, to avoid it, or had you just kind of thought that way the whole way through?
No, I kind of thought about it the whole way through. I mean, I did a lot of research on it when it started, really spreading, and I knew I didn't want it. And like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but I think we got it when we went to the hospital to have our baby this off season. So, which was unfortunate, but we were doing, what we needed to do. We were being smart about it. And unfortunately I got it, and it opened my eyes to that, maybe worse than I thought it would be if I got it. But I was very aware of what was going on around the world and the deaths and things like that. So it definitely wasn't something I was taking lightly.
Thank you.
Take a final question from Bob Clappish.
Zach, this is your 11th year in the big leagues. You played with some really good teams and some not good teams, but some pretty excellent clubs and rosters. I'm just curious how this team, the 2021 Yankees, measures up relative to the other really good teams that you played on, talking about the Orioles and the Yankee teams themselves. How does this particular team, size up talent-wise?
Yeah, we had some talented teams in Baltimore, but when you're talking about depth of talent, I don't know if I've played on many teams, even the last couple of years, that had as much depth of talent as this club. So it's not a talent issue for us at all. It's about, putting everything together consistently, obviously keeping everyone healthy. I'm falling under that trap a little bit right now, but I'll be back. I think that's just what it is. It's not talent here. This is an extremely talented team. You're not going to find, I'd be hard pressed to name, more than 2 teams or even another team that has as much depth as talent as we do. So just keeping everything consistent with us, getting the offense going when the pitching's going at the right time for us seems to be, what needs to happen if we want to win a World Series. But talent wise, this stacks up there with, any team in the game, and definitely more talented than any other team I've played on.